Alright, so I've put together the pictures and a little bit of video off of my cell phone on my trip to Alabama and back. Um, I've shared this story with most of you. I want to share the rest of it with the world now. It's kind of funny. So, yeah, okay, here, let's get started. Right here is where we're starting at, the Denver bus station. I got here quite a bit early, like 3 hours. So about midnight, we pulled out. This is some little town. I can't remember the exact name of it. We had to pull through here. He had to pick up some packages or something. I don't exactly remember. So he got his packages, and we going on to the next station. The next station was Pueblo, I think it was. I can't remember exactly. It was one of those little towns. And here we picked up, I think it was like 5 people. Our bus wasn't crowded. I've pretty much had a seat of my own all the way from Denver to Amarillo, Texas. So here, like I said, we're in Pueblo, I believe it is. They're getting on. He's loading the luggage, all that. I'm just waiting to go back to sleep, pretty much. And this is pretty much what we seen. Just open fields was all between here and there, with occasional little silos and barns out in the country area. It was a pretty interesting drive. This one is still in Colorado, I believe, or coming close to the New Mexico border. I should have took more pictures of signs, but oh well, we'll know next time. So you just get a general idea of what I've had to go through. And there's just a little view of our bus, so to say. At least the shadow, anyway. It was a nice ride. It was long. Very, very long. Oh, and there's me. How about that? Yeah, I'm just jamming out to some music while we're riding along. Like I told you, I pretty much had the whole seat to myself, so I was able to stretch out. And then, coming up, we were in Texas now. I don't remember exactly where this was at. I think this is right after Amarillo, Texas. I could be wrong. But in Amarillo, we had a stop we had to make, and we got a flat tire on the bus. Well, that's what they said. So we had a 2-hour delay in Amarillo, Texas. Yeah, and that kind of put us behind schedule and everything. So after being 2 hours behind, we just pretty much just cruising along. After we got a new driver and a new tire. And there's some windmills out in the country. And you can see some rain clouds coming in to focus right there in front of us. We got into a little bit of a rainstorm. Like I think 2 or 3 times on that trip. This is the first one. It wasn't really much. It was just kind of like a light shower or whatnot. So you can say it wasn't really too bad. You can see the bus wasn't really crowded. Here's Wichita Falls, Texas. This one is another little town. I can't remember exactly where. And then this one is Dallas. I finally got me a pillow in Houston because my neck was getting kind of hurt. So this is kind of Houston, or yeah. We had a little bird come into the bus station. So what happened? So there's another rainstorm we had to go through just outside of Houston. We were 2 hours late getting into Dallas, and oh man, that was just all screw up. I had to stay in Houston or stay in Dallas. I think it was like 6 hours until the next bus came through. Yeah, I mean it was crazy. I finally got some new tickets, and then got into Houston and had an 8-hour layover. So this right here is, I think, right before Baton Rouge or something like that. It's just right outside, I think, right outside Texas. Yeah, this is in Louisiana. Oh, there's me again. I was tired, I tell you. See, now we're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Finally, getting closer to Alabama. Yay, Mobile! We finally made it to Alabama. And here we are. Montgomery, Alabama. I finally made it, folks. After like a 20-something hour trip, it was ridiculous. I spent more time at the bus stations than I did on the bus, according to my girlfriend. Alright, now we're back at the Montgomery bus station. Heading home. Oh, Birmingham. Yeah, you can't really tell, but that's Birmingham. Got into Frankfield. And this is, I think, Nashville. There's St. Louis. Waiting for my bus. Stretched out on the benches. Finally, back on the bus. I got the whole back seat to myself. Awesome. I was able to stretch out. There's your free internet on the bus. Didn't work. That's just some shot I took outside over a window. We stopped at another bus stop, and I got me some. It was bacon, cheese, and fries. So pretty much this is our trip back. It was about as worse as the ride. There's the prison, and then just more open fields. There's a church out in Denver, and we're back at the Denver bus station where we started. So thanks, folks, for watching and coming along with my little trip.